you for joining us for our Halloween edition of Sheen Hot Tea. I'm Denisha Jovan, and these are my lovely co-hosts.
Jessica.
Kristen, but they call me Kay Harris.
Oh, Kay Harris. All right, girl.
Okay.
Well, they gonna call you the devil today. All right.
Okay.
So moving on to the very first thing on our list of events for the month, the AMAs took place, and the red carpet was awesome. The host Tracee Ellis Ross wore all black designers, which I think is really awesome. They're really great looks. Mm-hmm. Cardi B and Practice Star hit the red carpet with kind of a similar look. Chloe and Haley went very simple. J-Lo slayed the red carpet as she always does. And Tyra Banks hit the red carpet as styled by our September-October cover, Jay Bolin.
Mm-hmm. Love Jay Bolin.
Yes.
Love Jay Bolin.
Yes.
And that Tracee Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
Such a power move.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
that
to
was
where
a
Really
power move.
interesting. That's what we were talking about. Like, who found these people? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, they probably are well-known people, but who did the time and the research?
I think,
She has a great team.
yeah, she does have a
Yeah.
great team, but like a lot of those people are kind of known too. But
Yeah.
just to put them all together and in your face
Yes,
though,
yeah.
that was like bigger. That was like because she had Balmain and with what's his name, Olivier.
Olivia Rosti.
Yeah, and Off White.
Yeah.
She had Off White there, and these are known brands.
Yes, they are.
But still, you know, she
Yeah.
put them out there.
Yeah, Dapper
you know?
Dan for Gucci, and some other brands that stand alone.
Yeah,
you
CD
know.
Green.
Yeah.
It's really kind of interesting, though, because it's like power strides like that keep happening, and then it's like 5 steps forward, and then a tragedy happened, and it's like,
Stop.
I mean,
Stop.
I'm not saying that it always happens or
Yeah.
it always occurs, but there's so many like injustices that are happening, but then you've got things like that happening as well, so it's really interesting to see.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all watched, but Patrick Starr put in his video. He made a video of him getting ready for the red carpet, and I just think it's so interesting because he's doing it for like the boys and girls that he never saw growing up, and I think it's interesting because he's a different representation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah,
I'll go check that out. Go check that out.
you need to watch it. It's a really good video.
But you know who stole the red carpet?
Who?
Baby Future. Yeah, Sierra has a little dancer on her hands.
So serious.
He
Yes.
really just was feeling the Michael Jackson dance moves. Did y'all catch that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cute.
He was so adorable.
Yeah, and he was serious.
Yeah, he was
He
so
was
serious.
so serious about
He
it.
is so serious. That is like true competition for her.
Yeah.
True competition for her. She need to watch out. Yes.
So the AMAs had some awesome performances from Mariah Carey, Cardi B, Ella Mai. Sierra actually brought out Missy Elliott, which was an awesome treat. But my favorite one from the night was Cardi B. Which ones were some of the standout performances for you guys?
I mean, I only watched Ella Mai and Cardi B, but I just feel like Mariah, you know, as long as she's right on vocal, she's fine. But Cardi B, she is getting there, but you can kind of see like
You didn't think she brought out her Beyonce, her inner Beyonce?
she brought it out as best as she could.
She did. Okay.
Meaning that Beyonce has been doing this for so long, and the way she controls her breathing.
So we know that Beyonce has 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years
Okay.
on this.
Okay. You
Yes.
know. Yeah.
She's
She's a
been around for a
vampire.
minute. She just lives and breathes like dance and choreography. This is her life.
Yes. Yes,
Fashion,
it is.
everything.
Yes.
So, Cardi B just came out like, technically she just came out last year.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
She's still working on it, but for her to have the balls
Yeah.
to go out, to
Yeah.
come out like that, like that was huge on her part too. So I thought, you got to
was.
give her
She
some
did
type
well.
of credit.
No,
You gotta
no,
give her
yeah, I'm
credit.
giving
It
her
was
all the
beautiful.
props. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
beautiful, and everything from her costumes to her side performances, they were cute. Like I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I think she's also trying to let us know and solidify, like I'm that, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why she
definitely.
was on her Beyonce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
she
think
was on her Beyonce.
she also had, not a chip on her shoulder, but she's like, I'm still here. People
Yeah.
were saying that, she wasn't gonna be here after she
Right.
had that baby. So she's like, look at me, I'm still here.
Hello.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of mad at her
okay.
too. Y'all are
You're
funny.
mad at her for what?
I was mad at her. I thought that was gonna be it, the baby, but she just like she's proving everybody
Yeah.
wrong right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's proving everybody wrong. That might even make her work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
That's
That
what
is
they
making
say.
her work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For sure. I was a little disappointed with the Sierra and Missy performance because I was expecting them to go back and do some of their older songs together. I'm pretty sure most people were anticipating like 1-2 Step or
Yeah.
something like that. But it was nice. It was nice and refreshing to see Missy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I can imagine. I didn't see it. I need to go check that out. That
Yeah.
one out.
Yes, you need to see it.
I need to see that
You
one.
need to
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, because Missy, yeah. Missy be
Yeah,
on
she's
it.
high energy.
That's
Them
energy all
together
the time.
is like
Yeah.
a great synergy of like high energy, just great performers. So it was good, but I wanted to see more. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So some of the winners from the night were XXXTentacion, who won the Soul R&B album of the year. Cardi B won hip hop artist, hip hop song. She was winning them all. Khalid, thank you. Khalid won Soul R&B male artist. Migos won pop and rock group. I didn't know if they considered pop and rock. But I also was disappointed that Taylor Swift won Tour of the Year.
Excuse me. I'm gonna
Tour
let
of
you
the-
finish. Yes. I'm gonna let you finish this. But yes, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift, and I know she could bring a crowd out. I know
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is good and everything, but you know that Beyonce.
Beyonce and Jay-Z had the best tour of the year. I mean,
What happened?
undeniable. But this was this show. Everything on this show was voted for by the people, and I guess the
Like the
Taylor Swift-
13-year-olds
the Taylor
and
Swift fans
14-year-olds.
like were out and on the internet voting. Bay and Beyonce, Jay-Z fans were at work.
Okay. There you
'Cause they
go.
grown.
I
There you
guess.
go. That makes sense.
I
though.
guess.
I have to go back on my high horse and talk about my ranting again because there's no way you're telling me that Taylor Swift won against Beyonce. Do we not talk about how?
And Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Well, that's
Jay-Z.
what brought her down then
Jay-Z.
because she brought freaking Jay-Z because she should have went on her own. Let's make this clear that Beyonce studies this. This is her craft and she is serious about it. And I really felt some type of way because since Taylor Swift came out, for some odd reason, they've made that like Beyonce's competition. And I'm
She's
like, are you
not.
kidding me? This is dry toast. You cannot compete with Beyonce. Like,
Well, Taylor Swift isn't dry toast, you know, but
she,
but
look,
I'm
she
just
is
saying,
a
she's not
beautiful
Beyonce.
young lady.
She is not Beyonce.
She's a gorgeous
not.
young lady, and she's got a nice voice, but she's not Beyonce. And
She is not.
you don't compare the technical work. You don't compare the hard work. You don't compare her stage presence
Yeah.
to someone like that. And for them to even have the audacity to vote for her and give her that, I'm like, are you kidding me? But you know,
What
whatever.
is wrong with these people?
Yeah, they're
What is wrong
crazy,
with
but
them?
you know, whatever. I digress.
But on that XXXTentacion situation though too,
Yeah.
you know, it's been on my heart. You know, like I know he has fans. Okay?
Yes, he does.
I know he has fans, but do you think that he would have won that award if he was still here?
I have mixed feelings about it anyway because I don't think he fits in the soul R&B category, and Khalid and SZA definitely deserved a win.
SZA.
Yeah. So that kind of didn't make sense to me at all. Anyway, so it kind of sounds like a thing where maybe they just gave it to him. You know, I don't know.
That they just gave it
Yeah.
to him. Okay. For
I-
memory wise, it seems like
I
all his
guess.
music is out right now because of that. I had never heard of him. Well, I've heard of him
I had
before.
heard him before.
I've heard of him before, but I did not hear about him as much as I hear
Have
about
that
him
now and hear his
Yes.
music out there and
Yes.
see his videos
Yes.
out there. And
Yes.
it's really sad that someone has to pass away for people to recognize their talent.
Their talent.
You
yeah.
know?
That is true. That's
Yeah.
true.
I think they should have given him like a different type
Type
of
of award.
award,
Yes.
but you should have given the due diligence to the person it belonged to, which
Yeah.
was SZA. I mean Khalid, actually,
Or
or
Khalid.
Khalid, because you know Khalid got some fire too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever, I mean, between those two, you know, they both deserve to win. I feel like for that category in particular. But
Yeah.
again, Khalid did go home that night with an award for that category, just as a solo artist.
Okay.
Not for the album, but yeah. So it is what it is.
But I mean, SZA though.
But SZA though,
Certified
But I mean, SZA.
platinum.
Yes.
But you know, whatever.
Yes. I digress.
it's unfortunate. So moving on, guys. So we know Bill Cosby was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in was it state prison?
Is that?
I don't know. 3 to 10 years
Is that-
in
oh.
prison.
I think it is state.
I think it says
Arizona,
state.
because he's in Arizona.
Yeah. And the rumors have been flying around that he got slapped with a chicken patty,
Lord.
and that his wife is draining secret accounts. There's a bunch of rumors, and I also heard on Wendy Williams that he is upset with her.
Really?
And he has requested for her to come down and speak to him one-on-one, because he didn't like how he was speaking about his wife and how she was suggesting that she what'd she say, divorce him, leave him, and take the money and do all this type of stuff. So Bill Cosby is big mad at Wendy Williams.
That killed me though, because Wendy's like, why are you mad at me? Like,
Yeah.
why are you thinking about me right now?
Exactly.
You know, Wendy. Everybody knows what Wendy does. She just talks junk.
Yeah.
She just talks junk.
Yeah.
But that, like, this whole situation right now with Bill Cosby, like, it's still hard for you to talk about.
Because he was basically your TV dad. Right?
Yeah, he was.
everyone's
He was.
TV dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That was just too many allegations. I dropped that. He stopped being my dad. Like when the allegations first came out.
When the first one came
Yeah, I
out,
was like,
2 years ago,
oh,
I'm
I'm
done.
so sorry.
I'm done.
I'm sorry.
I was like, I don't want to believe you, Daddy. No, Daddy.
Cliff Huxtable. Bye bye.
I'm just not understanding how you sitting in jail for,
Thinking about
for
Wendy.
harassing all these women.
Right.
Yeah.
Worry about probably because he's
Wendy.
watching Wendy on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they watch her. They watch her in
jail.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably nothing else to do.
He's
But
just
you
sitting
don't
there.
have, you don't even have that power anymore. Like you're not that person anymore. What you gonna call Wendy?
Yeah.
Wendy to
Yeah.
come talk to you? Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like
You know she'll do it though.
she'll do it. She'll do it for
Yeah.
kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
But like
But she doesn't care what he's gonna say.
No.
She's
Yeah,
like, I'm
what-
gonna do what I'm gonna do.
But the,
All
yeah,
respect
in
was
the
already
end,
lost
what,
already.
and in the end, what difference is it gonna make?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you have
at the end of
been
the day.
found guilty of
Yeah,
these
sit your
charges.
tail in jail and
Sit
be
down, take it.
right. Is
Yeah.
the man legally
Take
blind?
it.
Like what? You can.
I guess he doesn't.
God,
At the end of the day, he doesn't have anything better to do but than pick a fight with Wendy. That's just something for him to do. Because before he was very vocal about things, and you know, so
He can't be. So now
He
he's
can't-
using this as a
yeah,
vessel.
yeah.
Right.
Bless him.
Lord.
Should I bless him? I don't know. Bless his heart. So there were recently some great albums that came out. Kevin Gates, Lil Wayne, Quavo, T.I., Ella Mai, and Usher with Zaytoven came out with albums. Have you guys checked out any of those albums? Enjoyed? What was your favorite so far?
So I listened to the Kevin Gates, Lil Wayne, LMI, and that's it. But out of the three of those, I liked LMI the most.
Oh,
LMA, excuse me. Because she had, like she's bringing back hip hop and R&B and all that. More R&B than anything. I was reading her Twitter actually, and she said hip hop, R&B was never dead. And I'm like, kind of was. Kind of needed,
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Refreshing.
But Kevin Gates, his album was very sing-songy, and I think that he need to let it go. And
Yeah.
maybe, Lil Wayne had a little bit of fire, but he might need to let that fire out as well.
He's overstaying his welcome as a hip hop artist. You
He has
think?
to show.
Well,
Maybe this is his last one,
yeah,
and he has to just show.
yeah.
Show everybody. See, the only one that I really listened to was LMA. Like, and I'm gonna give what's his name, Quavo.
Yeah.
Quavo.
Oh, I
His-
did
I'm
listen to
gonna give
Quavo.
his little props. I'm gonna give him his props.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I'm gonna give him his props. His props on there, and appreciate that he probably was the most talented amigo.
Well,
Sorry,
He's
amigo. They are like the Three Stooges and the three. Sorry.
So then question though
Amigo.
for you.
Uh-huh.
Did Quavo create Migos sound, or do they all sound the same?
From what I hear, it sounds like he created the sound
Okay.
that he is.
And then they just
Kinda
grabbed
follow
onto
suit.
that.
Yes. Like he basically wrote all the music. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
He wrote all the music, and that is the reason why they are the way they are. So it's like so I feel it almost feels like, I don't know, this is me and my thinking or whatever. I feel like he took, like, Offset had his own thing going on.
Yeah.
And what's the other one named Takeoff?
Takeoff.
Takeoff was just like, he was hanging out chilling or whatever. But so he had to show them why Migos are even famous and why they are even here in the first place. So that's why he came out with his album, and it's like, that's just the new Migos album. That's their new Migos album. That's it.
First off, Takeoff is working on a project as well.
Whatever.
Don't let her try to play him.
Whatever.
He's working on a project, and I don't know if you guys saw. I think it was Quavo's Instagram. He was on the DJ. Takeoff was. So Takeoff may be a DJ next. But they all have their own talents, and I think that it's nice of them to go and spread their wings. I hope they come back together because, you know, they create the jams like Freak No More. So I hope they, you know,
Freak No More.
Freak No More. This is
Sing it,
banger.
a little bit.
She don't want to be a freak no more.
Oh.
She don't want to.
Well, I was a little disappointed. I know everybody was anticipating the Lil Wayne album. And I was just a little disappointed by it. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but I expected more from him. And then Ella May's album was good, but I just feel like her album, her music kind of all sounds the same to me. So I would like to see her diversify her sound a little bit more. So those are two that I checked out. But I did hear people saying that checked out Usher and Zaytoven's album, saying that it sounded a bit like a midlife crisis thing going on. So I don't know. I didn't check it out, but I did hear people say it because he's trying to be younger than he actually is. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents on that. Moving on, guys. So the Miss America pageant or association has a bit of drama. I was kind of iffy about this topic as we discussed, but it really looks like 4 states have been terminated from participating. It's West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, and the 4th one was unannounced just yet. So it looks like they were in disagreements with the person who was in charge. They didn't like her. They were calling for her to step down, but she's whipping her lash and whipping her whip and saying, if you guys aren't going to follow my rules, this and other, we're going to, So it's just just huge drama, and there's 15 more that threatened on probation. So we'll see what happens with the Miss America organization, but it just seems like a bunch of drama going on with new leadership and stuff like that.
That's really weird just because Miss America and all those huge beauty pageants have been so influential in the way women view beauty. Yeah. So it's kind of disappointing that those states got it taken away. Yeah. So.
It is. It's more disappointing that when I did the research about what was going on, it just seems like a bunch of drama, like unnecessary drama.
I'm sorry, I missed that part again. What was the reason why behind them canceling it?
It is. I don't know the full detail, but it just seems like there were some disagreements with the leadership, and there's a new lady who was in charge, or a lady who was in charge that people from these 4 states don't like. So they had been doing things to try to get her out, or they just were doing things, outside of. They didn't want her there.
Spiteful things.
So yeah.
Do you think
she. In turn, punish them for the things that they had to do.
And this is terminated, like they can never have it again?
I don't think so.
It's a ban. It's a temporary ban.
It says terminated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terminated.
That's interesting, though. Do you think, though, that, there's a need for these pageants now?
Yes.
You still think we need those?
Yes.
Why?
It's tradition. It's the American way.
It's the way of our forefathers.
Yeah.
No. Why? Do you really? There's a need for beauty pageants.
Well, like I said, it's the way. It's not the way we view beauty, but it actually puts it in our face. Like they're making. Of course, there's very strict requirements to be a part of these pageants, but we're being able to showcase women from all over. And no, that does not mean that everyone can participate, but it helps the world see what beauty looks like throughout.
Okay, so so they have beauty pageants. These beauty pageants, they do have a standard way of viewing beauty.
Yeah.
Okay, so but now in society, like we kind of like are trying to encourage our young girls to like accept themselves for what they look like, and show that they're beautiful regardless.
Yeah.
But we still have these beauty pageants to show the same type of females.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen the cookie cutter females. Like I haven't seen anything changed in that.
Yeah.
In in that whole world, of beauty pageants, they all are.
Yeah.
basically the same.
Yeah,
it stays the same.
It seems to be a very superficial. Yeah, they throw out one question that means something, but the rest of it might.
But
seem
do they
a
understand that question?
Superficial. Miss South Carolina, what was it?
2007.
And such and this
and this.
Anyway, but they have made small strides in those like they getting rid of the swimsuit competition, because what's that for?
Yeah,
right.
What are you judging?
I saw that too,
you know what I mean? They're making small strides, but the whole system itself, or what it's set up on itself, is so superficial. If they change too much of this, it's just going to become a whole different thing.
But what does Miss America do in the end too?
Oh, don't they?
She's got a philanthropy.
Yeah. Yeah, they go around and like do charity things, volunteer. So I think that is kind of what they stand upon. But that's, and they all come in with the organization that they support.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they do tie it back into the community. Definitely.
Yeah, I've seen them having to tie it back into the community. They have to represent organizations and be a part of different charities.
Yeah.
And do charity work, but they also, like, I've seen some of them, but I actually kind of like now that some of the women are working women, and like they have degrees in chemistry. Like, who was that? The last one, she's like had a degree in chemistry or some type of science. Like,
and
these people actually working. African American, yeah. But but I just feel like it's still. It needs work.
It needs work,
definitely.
It needs
but I
work
don't think
mentally.
they should get rid of it altogether.
They shouldn't get rid of it, but I mean,
they should bring it into the modern age, definitely.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Think a little bit more out of the box with it.
Yeah.
Try to do something to encourage the younger generation. They still need work.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I agree. I definitely agree.
That's something else. It's been on my heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Sorry. They're gonna get it together. Kanye West was recently on SNL, which was the talk of the town. He did a couple of performances, 3 performances. One with Lil Pump for I Love It. Did one with Tiana Taylor, and then he did one with what's the guy's name?
Kid Cudi.
Thank you, Kid Cudi. Which the performance with Lil Pump was kind of strange because they were dressed up like Fiji water, and it was kind of weird.
Stuff that people like though.
The water?
I don't know.
No.
But the bigger news was his rant after the show, which Chris Rock actually caught on Snapchat and put it out. Was it Snapchat or Instagram Live for everyone to see? And he just went off saying that they bullied him to not wear the MAGA hat.
All right, Azalea Banks.
And
all right.
and all of these things. And it was just a big to do. So how do y'all feel? Well, he's done that, and also he went to go speak to President Trump. I was going to say Bush. That took us back a few years. But he spoke to President Trump about, I guess, prison reform and a bunch of other things. So what is going on with Kanye, y'all? What's going on?
He needs help. We've said this multiple times. Like, it's to the point now where, like, it's not funny anymore. When he was in the White House and we were watching him, he looked like one of those delusional people who just randomly talks.
And to grab him and say, "Come back."
Well, it's not even that. It's like you need to go seek help that nobody else can help you with besides like a facility or, whatever you may believe in. Whatever it is, he needs help. And it's to the point where people are making a joke of him, and it's not funny anymore. It's not funny when he's in the White House. You already got excuse me.
First of all, the White House is a joke, though.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You already have a dummy in the White House.
Yeah.
Excuse me for saying that, but it's true. And then on top of that, you want to go ahead and bring him in, knowing his current state. And it's just kind of like, that's where his family should be like, okay, well, maybe you need to take a break because this has happened before and he took his break.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to do it again, and this time it needs to be like a real break.
Yeah.
I think that that Kanye, he, like you said, he is, you know, it is something mentally ill there, or whatever. But at the same time, I think he really, he is, like, he has a point. Like, there's something there. He just doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to express it.
And he doesn't he's not informed either, because he said statements and then going back and readdress what he said, because he realized that what he said was not full
It's
body.
not correct,
It wasn't fully informed.
Yeah, it's not fully informed.
Yeah.
But he's like, but his point is that he knows the situations, the problems that are happening, and he is trying to do something about it. And he thinks that he might be the answer to it.
Yeah.
Did you see how he had his new hat, the Make America Great?
What new
It
hat?
says Make America Great, not Make America Great again. Yes.
Make America Great.
I thought that made more sense.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to explain to them. Like, he wasn't trying to say that there was an error, like that Obama had done something wrong to America. He was just trying to say that he wants this person, I guess, for whatever reason, I guess because Obama never listened to him or whatever, that he feels like this man is going to listen to him and actually solve some problems. For whatever reason, for whatever reason, all of these people think that Trump, for some reason, is going to help.
Well,
Why?
they know that. Okay, well, Trump has an ego and he likes celebrities. So
He is a celebrity.
He likes that celebrity lifestyle.
So he listens to them because he feels like they're like him. So, you know what I mean? So it's that ideology. But at the end of the day, he does what he wants to do.
I kind of don't think that he thinks
Turn
that
around and look at him.
Kanye is like him.
Exactly.
He said that he was like his dad.
Who?
He said that Trump was like his dad. He's like a father figure to me. That's what he said.
Oh, I did hear that. Oh, God.
He needs help.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, he just,
Oh my God.
I think he needs some help, or maybe someone by his side to help him be more informed when he speaks.
It's
That he's gonna listen to.
It's not even that. It's like, I think that Kanye is powerful enough to go out and do something himself.
And he is
Like,
doing
he doesn't need Trump.
Yeah.
And if he feels like there's a problem, he can do it. He can fix the problem.
He can, but I don't think he realizes that. He always is looking for someone else when he, like even with getting into the design, being a designer. Well, I think he tried it before and he's failed, so he was trying to be a part of the big, elite fashion designers. And he always looks to people bigger than him. I don't know. I don't know.
Like
it's
a little
with him.
kid type.
Kind of.
Looking for a mentor.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah.
Looking for that approval. But seems like he can control everybody else, but like
You
you don't want to
that'll
get
be
into that.
another
You want to get into
discussion.
that.
That'll be another
Okay.
discussion.
Yeah. Okay.
So Nicki Minaj, guys, is coming out with a documentary. We don't have a title or release date. It's called Queen, right? So I like that she opened up, because for a long time I've been feeling like, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a disconnect between who Nicki Minaj is and what she says in her music.
Yeah.
So people aren't able to really connect with who she is, which I feel like, not to put her and compare her and Cardi B, but I feel like Cardi B kind of puts her life on in her music.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to kind of actually see what's going on with.
The shake
with
my
her.
ass like a
Ye-
stanko. It's not really. Doesn't tell us who Nicki Minaj is at all. Right?
Not real. I don't. Not something real.
Yeah.
No.
I watched her unsung. Like, I thought that was maybe her documentary. Wasn't it
the
unsung?
Yeah, she did. It was
She
unsung.
do it unsung. Yeah.
I think I did see.
I thought that was her documentary.
I don't know.
Yeah,
not it.
this was on Tidal. Like, what's
This documentary?
Yeah.
We don't know
They
yet.
haven't
It's probably
released
it might be
anything.
Netflix. It might be. We don't know.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that I have mixed feelings about it because, like you said, I always have wanted to know who she is too. She seems like she's very, very angry about something, about a lot of
Currently,
things.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
But I saw the clip on her Instagram, and the one thing that kind of struck me was she said that her mom let her significant others abuse her.
I remember when my mother would let my father be violent with her. and she always brings up the story. As a little girl, I would stand in front of my mother and go like this. And I vowed, like, that's why I'm, like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or bitchy or whatever, because I vowed from that age, no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life. Everything that I said, I would never.
And I thought that was a really interesting thing. Like, I had to marinate on it and things like that.
Interesting choice of words.
Yeah, because, you know,
Yeah.
that's not something that you just, like, wake up one morning and you're like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I'm going to let this happen today.
Yeah.
So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
But I hope that she's able to, like, better explain everything
Yeah.
in that documentary.
You wait till you're 30 years old, and then everybody takes away, or some young person comes in and takes away your job. That's what's going to happen.
But that's the thing.
And that's her problem. She needs acceptance.
No, it's that she didn't take anything from her. Nicki Minaj needs to realize who she is. That's the whole problem.
I get that.
Yeah,
Everybody gets
I
that,
know.
But
yeah.
it's in her mind, though.
Yeah,
Like
in
you
her
said,
head,
with that
everybody's taking her
documentary,
spot.
They
Yeah.
explained that. Okay.
Exactly, because she thinks that she's with Cardi B, and she has to realize they're putting you in that box, but girl, you're up here because you've been out since however long. I don't remember how long she's been out. But I know I was listening to her in, like, high school, if not earlier.
I think she pretty much held down the game for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
least.
That's the thing. Like, she has to remember that, and she has to wake up. And maybe this documentary is her waking up. I don't know.
I think
I don't
her
know.
Queen Radio is waking up. Her like
No, it's making a mess, and they need to take it off the air until she can reevaluate. She needs some help too.
so they need like a rehab place for like her and Kanye West and
Yes, and that's the problem. Like, all these stars are
Celebrity
coming out
rehab.
talking about
Is that a show?
mental health, but they need to really
yes,
talk
it
about
is.
it.
Dr.
Hmm.
He was on sex show. That sex show.
It's not
Whatever.
Dr. Oz.
No.
Anyways, guys, so Amber Rose just finished up the Slut Walk. She does it pretty much every year, and it's for awareness of, you know, the rape culture where you're blaming the victim. You know, about if you know the way you dress as a woman. She is for, you know, gender equality and things like that, and not. And basically, she also is saying that the slut stigma isn't so bad. Like, why not be a slut? You know, type of thing. So we kind of had a discussion about that and about how she started the Slut Walk. And we all know that it's originally it started in Toronto, Canada, and it's not really her walk. But I do give her props for bringing awareness to the walk and making it even bigger platform for it, because it has a good message. It really does have a good message, and I know a lot of people hear the word slut and they see, you know, people that, and they think that the walk is something negative, and they think that, you know, oh, they're walking around and this, that, and the, you know, just being look into it, research it. It really is a good cause.
Yeah. I'm glad you had me look into that too, though, because my thing is, I thought the Amber Rose, because if I would have walked blindly about, I would have said, oh, Amber Rose created Slut Walk. You know, it's about being sex and having freedom of sex or whatever, and that's all it is. And watching, but like, I don't really get the message. I get it, but it's just like what I see. Like, I need to go to it. I want to go to a Slut Walk. I'm gonna go. That's the goal one day, to go out and support that, to see what it actually is, what's going on there.
They have
because the media cuts
they
things
have
up.
they have HIV testing. They have panels of people talking about all kinds of things, gender equality, and just a lot of things to help women. And they do something else there as well. I really did look it up, research it, and they really are there to help bring awareness to that culture and that stigma, you know, from rape to all kinds of things that women deal with mentally and physically because of that stigma. Not that just a slut stigma, but just the double standard for men and women. You know,
she's really being an activist about that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I can't get past the way she looks. And I think that a lot of people, that may be the thing, is because of the person who's out in the forefront of this all, and her start to fame and everything like that. It's just a little bit like, wow, like, who knew all of this was behind that?
Yeah.
You know? And I think that she, like, yeah, she's an advocate for it, but I feel like she needs to speak a little bit more about it. I know she does speakings, I know she does books and things like that, but, like, because all we see is Amber Rose, like the sex symbol.
Super sexy.
Yeah. That she needs to start doing some TED Talks or something, or just something, because that's really interesting. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
So I think she just needs to do like more.
So she's like more of like a spokesperson for it.
Oh, well, she has her own Amber Rose Slut Walk. So the one that she does is hers, but she is a part of the bigger organization, and she's just helping to bring more attention and awareness to their organization and their cause.
I saw what she posted on Instagram about what Bill Cosby. That was a little rough though, but
it was rough.
I see her being like an advocate, like she's trying to give people a voice.
Aside from her very, her personal opinion towards the end of the note, I feel like she didn't tell a lie.
Okay.
I don't think she told. I don't think she told a lie. If there were that many people that were having allegations against him, why not let go of the idea of him as this person? Because that was just a person he was pretending to be on TV. That's what an actor does. They pretend. Who he really was, we don't know. You know what I mean? So just let it go.
He was a damn good actor.
He was good. He was good. But just think about all those women that came out and came forward and. When they see him, they don't see the same person we see.
No.
So.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That's crazy, really, to think about. It's like to see this man as one. Sorry, we're going back to that again. Yeah. To see this man as one thing for so many years, and then to find out this is who he really is. Yeah. He's like selling us Jello pudding pops on TV to our kids.
Yeah, got Fat Albert.
Yeah,
and all that. Just like
this is freaking Ghost Dad, man.
Ghost Dad. Yeah.
Yeah, and then this happened.
And it's been going on like for years. But it's almost like being a child and finding out like your dad was
a murderer.
A murderer.
Your dad was a murderer. He was a serial killer. He was killing like 69 people. And hiding their bodies, and now all of a sudden the bodies have come to light.
And how do you feel? Your kid, how do you feel? To cope with that?
Honestly, though, is it? I mean, obviously, like you're saying, he's playing this role, but it's honestly as simple as the way I see Denisha is differently on how you see Denisha. Like, I know that it's that may sound like really elementary. Yeah, but you see her differently than I do. So maybe this whole time people already knew, like, that's
the people that were they were closer with him, they might have known, but we're at a distance, so all we're seeing is what he wants us to see.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty deep.
That is deep. That is deep. So moving on to relationship news, Amber Rose, keeping with Amber Rose, she just announced that she was with a new bae who looks just like her.
And they like it.
And after breaking up with someone, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, like just that was pretty quick.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, congratulations, Meghan Markle.
Congratulations to them.
The Duchess of Sussex. And Prince Harry
the Black Princess.
Expecting their first baby.
Yes.
They move quick because they've been together for 5 months. His swimmers were like swimming.
Was she pregnant at the wedding?
How far along is she?
Nah, she had no bump.
You're not gonna do that.
No, we don't do that. Don't do that. And
they just move fast.
Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande finally split.
But we knew it's not a
bomb.
It's not a finally. It's but we knew.
Yes. We were like, when is this gonna happen?
Yeah.
When is that gonna happen?
You can't successfully build a relationship after you jump out of a 3-year relationship, especially one that was that deep.
That was intense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that brings us to our hot tea question. How soon is too soon to move on to your next relationship?
So, in my opinion, relationships are very, very, you have to learn how to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people just date because, like, Ariana Grande, she probably was just like, oh, I'm still a little bit hurt, but whatever. Be cute. I think, be cute, whatever, you win. But I think that, like, there's not a time. It's on how you feel and how you heal. Like, personally, it took me 3 years. But the other person moved on very fast. Yeah. So it just really depends. And I don't know if guys have ever noticed, but they always say the one who is ready to move on usually moves on fast. And they do. Yeah. Because they probably already knew in the back of their mind a while ago, like, exactly. I'm about to dump this. Exactly. So, hey, girl. And, you know, that's it. But I think it's all about, there's not a time. Because if you put a time on, okay, well, I'm going to get over this in 3 days. And then I'm going to be on to something else. That's probably what she did. She's probably like, okay, it's been a couple months, I'm good. I'm going to just let this go. Yeah, I'm good, love. I'm about to enjoy, but you weren't ready to enjoy yet. So it's all about your personal healing and things like that.
Yeah, I give it 6 months too.
6 months? Oh, you put a 6 month curfew on?
No. It was only 6 months really. Like the way I even look at it is if I had met the guy the next day, then that's the way it works because we only get one of these lives. You know, so I'm not gonna put a time limit on it. So I don't have to have. I'm not gonna. No, never mind. But I think
tell us that you're a savage, Jessica. It's okay.
No, I don't have to. One thing to like just say, oh, this is my boyfriend. Yeah, but it's okay to start talking to someone.
You start talking to moving on.
That's
yeah. Because you don't like however it ended. You know, you might however it ended. Yeah. You know that really depends on how soon you're gonna move on.
Yeah. And you need to be somebody's friend, so y'all could be friends for a long time. So. True. I don't know. Yeah. What was you gonna say?
We'll talk about it later.
It was something along the lines of what I just said.
I don't know. Yeah, it just really depends, though. But, like, Amber Rose, I don't know if she was so serious with that other guy anyway.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, to move on so fast, it was like, But I think she was upset about 21 Savage.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, she wanted him
that was
back.
her boo.
He was upset.
Yeah,
he was very upset.
Yeah, I don't know what really
happened
happened.
between them.
I heard she cheated on him, but I don't know what really happened.
And he should have just accepted that. That's Amber Rose, and she's all about slut power. And
he said no, not today.
Freedom of sex.
Well, that's another reason why she needed to do a TED Talk, because let me tell you something. She out here and she kind of does look a little promiscuous sometimes.
Oh, come on.
It's not even the way she looks.
It's
just what we see from the actions that we see.
Okay.
And or from the actions.
Yeah. She just say whatever and just
like she said, it doesn't matter if they're sitting there naked. If somebody says no, then that means no.
Well, yeah, of course, but I'm talking about her personally and how she acts.
Don't talk about the script.
Right, yeah, what? We just went all the way that way. Come back here. Okay, yeah, no, it's just the way she acts and what we see. But you know whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, 21 Savage said nah.
21 with the knife on his head. I like him. He's catchy.
It's a knife.
Is that a knife?
It's a knife.
Yeah, he told us it's a knife.
It's a knife. You gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. It's a knife. What does that knife mean?
It's a knife.
That's where Itza came from before. Well, while Issa was coming, that's why it
came from him.
Yeah.
It's a knife.
It's a knife.
It's a knife. You gotta watch it.
I remember that. Never mind. That's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, guys, this has been a wonderful edition of Sheen Hot Tea. I must mention, if you have been looking at my shiny jacket, thanks to Rebel Pink for sending out the jacket, and these pants are cut from the cloth. They are very comfortable. Thank you, guys. Join us next time for Sheen Hot Tea. We'll see you.
Bye.